anybody on air. We can't do that. I passed on this message to Mr. Fagon. I told him the cost implication. Right? Mr. Fagon told me he wanted it free. Right? And I'm sorry, I don't know where, because you can't charge subscription. I don't know which of you use DSTV. You know how much money you pay per month, right? Okay, well, if you're paying for subscription, how then can we not put you for free? I don't know if you guys understand. Like, that's just the base of this, right? We are an agent, one. We cannot tell you how much you can pay to start up with, because the process hasn't even started. We don't know what you want. We don't know what criteria you fit in, and we don't know what multi-choice will tell us about you. Because multi-choice will only respond to when they have certain information, right? But he needs to write to us. We were using the opportunity to encourage Mr. Fagon, the Director General of LBS, to please write to us. Let us know what it is that you want. We will forward your requirements to multi-choice. Multi-choice will now tell us what to do with you, how this will work, and what timeline it can work, and what you are required to do for it to happen, i.e. cost implication, types of equipment. Those things multi-choice will tell you, after you send up, okay? So when you write to the general manager shows up, then you turn around. Not only do you turn around and make it about LBS, now you're insisting that the CEO must appear, because the CEO, and you're threatening contempt. We feel that this is unfair to us, because we haven't said no to LBS.
Yeah, also now in intersection 1.3.2, which talks about conflict of interest. This is conflict of interest. You cannot be a referee and be doing business with the player. You should be regulating as the referee, and now you're receiving gifts from the player. When you receive gifts from the player, you're already compromised. This is political corruption. We never supported President Wanda to do the very same things we went against between 2018 and 2023. It's unfortunate CEO. He has violated also the PPCC law. We complain about this company. Before we go down to power, for example, when I say we, because at that time I supported the government. At the moment, I am an activist. So, when we supported the government, we complain about this budget. Why is budget still operating in Nigeria? After this company operating in our country, this company has an escrow account in Dubai. How do we have the company called Better? They are taking 80% of the revenue of profit. Now they are taking business makes sense, in the context of business. We are doing business as a total of a company. They take 80%, we take 20%. The 80% is going to an escrow account in Dubai. For what? They are imposing more taxes on consumers. Because affecting ordinary people, ordinary consumers, especially civil service. On the average, civil service are getting 150. Our people get 150. How much is right? It comes for 100,000. Then somebody wants to justify that. What is the justification yet? What I want to say to President Wanda, but this is my question to President Wanda. When we supported President Wanda, we support him because we love him more than the country. For the first time, I want to be clear to you. The reason why we went against President Weah is because of this very same thing they are doing. If they continue like they will deviate, and we will deviate will be dangerous. This is not a threat. We supported him because we love our people and we love our country. We don't love him more than the country. If he does just between now to January, we will deviate and will be dangerous to the regime. We will mobilize our people. Protect the people's interest. One day for people to be getting 3,600 per generator. The generator is making more money to deliver doctors and engineers in the country, including security and agents. For what? If they want to support
in such a contentious way, I've always had a free flow of information. I've never ever refused to clarify anything. So I did not receive any from Medtech at all. So I don't know where you got your information come from, but I've not received any call from Medtech. I have several personal cars. The personal cars I have, my wife drives a Lincoln and I drive a Mercedes. My personal cars. So which Which car are you talking about? That I told Ivan that if you're talking about my official car that I have now, the new official car was bought by LRA. No, I didn't mention Method, but I got the car through LRA. LRA put that, I mean, when I got a car, the Ministry of Commerce received a vehicle and support from LRA to purchase a vehicle. We also appealed to them to purchase a pickup, which we were working on, for our inspector vehicle from LRA, support from LRA. And apparently, when you mention Medtech, I mentioned to Ivan that I know that Medtech all LRA supports, I think 3 or 4 million. Again, I asked you which vehicle. I own 2 vehicles. My wife drives one. I don't have a vehicle. Let me clarify. You're not going to play this game with me. My integrity is, again, do not twist my words. I did not say true Medtech. I did not receive any most recent car. The Ministry of Commerce, I have 2 cars that I own, permanently bought and declared. The Ministry of Commerce, through the support from the has received a vehicle that I just received. It's a government vehicle. And in that discussion with LRA, because we could not work together and we could not do a lot of our outreach programs, LRA agreed to support us when they had the funds. And they provided us support. Immediately, you can see all through the press, immediately when we received that car, we began our county tour. I was not going to take my Mercedes out to do a county tour. It is a government vehicle. The issue of method coming in was only in reference to revenue that LRA received. I have no agreement with method. Ministry of Commerce has no agreement with method. LRA that has an agreement with method. And we have a relationship with LRA. Nothing, not a dime, not a vehicle, not a brand was given from method to Amin with that. Or method to the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So that's my statement on this. You can call LRA, you can call the government, you can call GSA, we reach out to register the vehicle because the vehicle just arrived. It is not that I'm dealing with that vehicle. It is not through method. I have no
community not safe when it's come to the people area. The people not able to control their people. They will people up when they rainfall. They water bring it to us. They will down the hole. Our well is polluted. So we are crying, calling upon the government to come our rescue to even get out here to go in the market. Not easy for us. You have to jump over 4 to 5 pile of people before you go to buy your food. When you come from buying your food, you cook, no way to eat because imagination to take care of people. So if I bring the community, will not follow people on the road. And they got leadership. So we don't know why the leadership treating all of this. And we went to him once, he told us that you're going to be an announcement. And since they were not hearing from him, they call him Gio. He's the touchy. I feel bad because we're not living decent life here. Yeah, our community polluted. We're not even living good life here because it's possible that we drink from that well, we get sick from chloride. We don't know, and we dry water from the well drinking. We want the government to come in and meet with the touchy to tell maybe he don't know the responsibility. Let the government help us to tell him what to do in the community, the Shafita community, so that we can be in peace. Because we're not in peace at all when it comes to the people business. We live in Shafita, the people, when they face a death, they can't whistle on our road, no way for us to even pass. When you pass, they say, you even come from buying your food, say, you finish cooking, you even able to eat. So we're suffering. The dirty water, they coming down here, getting in our well, and we don't know what thing to do. Say, even you sitting down in front of your house, the people can come and sit down in front of you, the toilet, or even in the yard, when you're not there, they come and sit in toilet.
Yeah, believe this happiness. These are the children. They are currently asking their school open. They said this morning the kids in school and their school got locked. So we are here at Kear and Johnson Street intersection where the kids are protesting that their school should be open. So wherever you're watching this live broadcast, you are welcome to share this live. Got blocked this morning by I think the LRA, by the LRA. So they are here demanding the reopening of their school campus. They are here demanding the reopening of their school campus. So wherever you're watching this live broadcast, you say this is Papa Television Incorporated, and we are here around the Kear and Johnson intersection where the students are demanding the reopening of their school campus. The building got like this by some authority So they are here protesting that their school should be reopened, that their building should be reopened. Yeah, so we are currently here. Amen. Why be? Yeah. Who said? So the school are government school. Why not like government school? What is it you been holding them for? 5 years you holding them for. So that this morning they like the school. Wow. So why I want for the government to do? So today you are taking the school, you are taking test today and they like the school today. So that today, only today it been happening or it been happening. Wow. So who told you to come out today to protest? Or protest? They can go to school today. Or get. You don't know, but the students said that they had to go to Kear Street and yeah. The original owner of this property is here. She said for the past 5 years, to call the outside, they were protesting earlier on that their school should be reopened. When you look on the building right there, the building is being built this morning. So there's some arrangement being made between the school administration and the lady in question. So whenever you are watching this live broadcast, we say you are highly welcome to watch this live television. This is Tablas TV. So there's some peace talk being made between the referendum of this land and the school authority. So I think the school authority is quite authority like the government or other that today. We have just arrived on the scene here. So whenever you are watching us, you say you are highly welcome. This is Tata Steve protesting. We say this is television in cover. So Madam Secure Conflict Clark came in and she intervened and there's some big stuff that have been made here where JW Pearson High School. Yeah. But we don't really know. If you are highly welcome. So some of the authority here, the principal or other people. High school on Kear Street, where the school was like this morning by some authority that we don't know what the students said that they had to take their test today and they showed them black or by some authorities or private.
Good morning. Good morning. A pleasant good morning to you from wherever you're watching from, wherever you're listening from, however you're listening. Welcome to the Tuesday's edition of the Kear Morning Show here on Kear Radio FM 95.9. And of course, my name is Jefferson Weah. Just call me Perry. Hey. And I'm here this morning to update you again on trending national issues. And this is a platform where the views of Liberians are heard. On this platform, we discuss issues with facts, as we owe no allegiance to any political institution. Good morning, CEO Mr. Christopher Kear, the CEO of Kear Humanitarian Foundation and Kear Communications Network. The man who is single-handedly providing humanitarian aid to Liberians across the country. The man who has gone through the struggles understands what life is, what it is, and what it means when you are not able to send your kids to school as parents. Christopher Kear, good morning to you, CEO. Thanks for all you continue to do for our motherland. Indeed, you are a true humanitarian. And I'm happy to be here this morning again to share breakfast with you. What do we have for you this morning on our plate? Coming up shortly, we will tell you about the Kear Humanitarian Foundation. Specifically, we'll talk about education debate, what the CEO intends to do when it comes to education, how he's impacting lives educationally. And good morning to all of his team. As a matter of fact, the general who is on ground now, he's making sure that things are put in place. So wherever you're watching from, just share the video, invite others to watch as well. Those of you monitoring us via Facebook. And if you're also listening to the radio, we're live on Kear Communications Network, Kear, Kear Communications Network. Just leave your comments and we'll recognize you this morning. So we talk about the foundation. And at 9 o'clock this morning, we will play host to a prominent son of Grand Cape Mount County. A prominent son of Grand Cape Mount County will play host to him. He will join us via the internet. He's in Cape Mount. He's in King George specifically. We're going to talk lots of issues. We're going to talk about the engagement of the citizens, the interactions of B Mountain and the people of Grand Cape Mount, specifically King George. Okay. We will talk about other important issues. We'll talk about B Mountain's promises made when it comes to the social corporate responsibility of the company. We also want to know whether King John now has a town chief, because this has been some discussions that have been ongoing for a period of time. Also, the corporate communication office has it been set up in King John. So it's all around B Mountain today. So Safa Manuba Jenikai will join me via StreamYard from Cape Town, and he's going to be my guest at 9 o'clock. Education is very important. We'll talk a little bit about the incident of yesterday. Students, school going kids, especially elementary students. They are going through some constraints. Somebody is locking the school. It gets because, according to the person, government is owing them. The building does not belong to government. Government owes. And so she had to lock the building. And I saw a lock on the building. This is Liberia. So that's it. This morning, that's how it's going to be. Welcome. Share the live. Invite others to follow as we rumble around national issues here. President Weah is in Italy. He's in Europe, making the case again for Liberia. The president, as agriculture is one of his key components of his arrest agenda, the president has traveled to Rome, and of course, he delivered a message yesterday highlighting food insecurity. That it is time, the too much talk, the promises now are many. It's time that actions be taken. And the president is there with Agriculture Minister Dr. Elizana Nuta and Information Minister Matthew Kear, or Jeremic Matthew Kear, or Pierre Jeremic Matthew, whatever way. He's the minister of the government of peace. Okay, so folks, welcome now as we begin. But before we start, let me recognize a few of our followers who are watching us this morning. William Jabi Wulu says the Liberian Civil Rights Movement's official spokesperson is following you from Upper Cardwell. Thanks, William. William is one of my regular followers. All right. Timothy LTSS, bro. Good job. Thank you so much. Invite others, share the video, share the live, and let's all benefit. Let them benefit from the conversation this morning. So, the president, in fact, our CEO, Mr. Christopher Kear, is so passionate about education. Mr. Kear continues to say that education is important. It is important that school-going kids acquire quality education. In that light, he continues to extend his helping hands Liberians, most especially less fortunate Liberians, parents who are unable to send their kids to school. So this is why Mr. Christopher Kear thought it wise to start up this initiative. And like I've always said, education is very important in a society. As the saying goes, that education it has many mottos. Education is the key to society. Education is the light. Education is there are too many mottos when it comes to education. And there's this popular saying that says that when you educate a man, you just educate an individual or so, but when you educate a lady, then you educate a whole nation. So it tells you how important education is. And I know many of you sometimes I say that you get bold when we talk about education or we talk about our foundation. But I'll always say this. Mr. Christopher Kear, he established this institution not for political gains, not to denigrate government, not to praise opposition or denigrate opposition and praise government. This institution was established to promote this the foundation. In as much as we will talk national issues, we prioritize the foundation. We tell you more about the foundation because it is through this medium, Kear Radio, it is through 95.9, you get to know more about the foundation. If we do not come here every morning to tell you what the foundation is into, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Not many people, you know, will will have the time to go on social media, on Facebook to watch the live video. But on this radio, we're broadcasting to you through this electronic media. Then those of you sitting, you understand what we're into. That's why I said always that you should always listen to the radio because you will be updated with information. When the time shall have come, you will be informed about the things we are doing. So it is always important that you listen to the radio. We talk about the foundation. Now, look at education. See what happened yesterday at the JWPS in elementary school on Kear Street, Kear and Joseph Street intersection there. Just look what happened there yesterday. It is the importance of education that because the little kids over there, they are valuing education so much that they could not, allow themselves to be outside when they already had tests according to them. They already had tests to do. Previously, they were in class when the owner of the building had come and she could not, get them out. So she waited for yesterday, early yesterday morning, and the building, in fact, it was the main entrance to the school that was locked. It was the main entrance of the school that was locked. It is important that government pay keen attention to education. It is important that government pays keen attention to education. Look at the kids. Look at the kids. According to what they said in the video, that the lady had told the administration, they got to know that the government owes, in fact, government owes them, the owner of the building, 5 years. So it is not this Weah government. President Weah is just barely 9 months in office. 9 months in office. So this is a situation that was incurred. So it started from the Weah's administration. Now, 5 years. So you see how important education is. The children had to take to the streets on yesterday, blocking traffic. I saw on the social media, I was watching a video yesterday while I was sitting behind this microphone, and the students, the little children, they had tires and benches on the street. Thanks to the Liberian National Police for their swift intervention. They intervened yesterday that they talked to the children that you have to leave the street. While it is true that you have your rights, but you cannot stop other people from moving because the traffic has to flow. People were going to work. People were doing businesses. And so Madam Cecilia Clark, the spokesperson of the police, and her team, they talked, and the children left the street. But should this be happening again? How did we arrive at this point where students, a public school, the entrance of a public school will be locked? How did we arrive at this? How? If the information is true, the government owes 5 years, owes the owner of the building 5 years, then this is wrong. If the information is true, then this is wrong. This is wrong. Incoming Pella governor says he's following from his hustle ground. My brother and friend Henry is properly known as DDA, is following from Capitol Building. Thank you so much. He said, I'm following from the Capitol Building, brother. Jefferson P. Thank you so much, DDA, for following as well. And please, DDA, share the live as well and invite others to follow. So, if this information is true, that government owes 5 years, then this is wrong. Because the situation now has caused some problems to the students. The children yesterday should have been in classes, but you saw them in the street. Little children, all of them, you saw them, the ages from 15 down. From 15 years down, some 16, I guess, but down, that's just the range. And I saw a group of them running. Look, we cannot continue to jeopardize the education of the future leaders of this nation. Whatever that is going on between the owner of the building and the government, this needs to be settled. This needs to be settled so that we cannot have a recurrence of what happened yesterday. No, we cannot have it. If it is true that government owes, this needs to be resolved. It needs to be resolved. At least, let the children learn. And it should not repeat itself, like, extending to other institutions. We do not support students getting in the streets, agitating, because of, a building being locked because of government's alleged failure to pay rent. Because of government's alleged failure to pay rent. Like I said, at this situation, like the children said, in 5 years. So if it is 5 years, then it is not. It did not start from President Boakar's administration, but then it is President Boakar who would take the initiative to settle the debt, to settle that matter. If it is true that government owes 5 years, this Boakar administration will be the one to pay the bills, because government is continuity. When former President Weah came, there were other things that Madam Salih left, so he had to do. They had issues with the former regime of Salih, so George Weah came, he had to do. It is the same with this government. When you hear the beach and waterways people, when they contact, when they protested at the Ministry of Finance, they said 13 months. So President Boakar had not spent 13 months in office. So it started from the Weah's regime. So it is this government that will settle all. But we should not have the repetition of these things, especially when it comes to education. That is the reason Mr. Kear, Christopher Kear, does not take education lightly. But some people abuse this, the gesture of Mr. Kear, the opportunity, which is wrong. Look, if for example, I was part of some of these people calling for help from Mr. Kear, Christopher Kear, from the Kear Humanitarian Foundation. And first of all, I look at education. He wants to extend help to me. He wants to help me educate my kids, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, for example. I don't think I would tell Mr. Christopher Kear that my child will attend Cathedral, St. Teresa Convent, B.W. Harris, CWA, J.J. Roberts, J.J. Ross. Since I have money, I will tell Mr. Kear, thank you for your gesture. Thank you for coming in. I will look for an affordable institution, school that has at least lesser tuition where my children can attend. In that, I wouldn't have a problem. Mr. Kear will not have a problem in sending my kids to school, which is very good. When somebody is helping you scratch your back, you should learn to scratch your stomach, your front. Stephen Johnson, my brother, thank you so much from his first TV office there in Lowingtown, a media colleague. So, we should not have children taken to the streets protesting that their building has been locked because of some alleged arrears owed by government. We shouldn't have these things happening. We hope that this matter will be settled. Whatever the situation is, what happened yesterday, those were all kids. And sometimes I would say that, well, the case too, I don't know who gave them the idea of your go protest. I don't even know who gave the children the idea of your go protest. I thought the matter yesterday would have been handled by the administration. But then I saw the students, the children. I saw the children in the street. I don't know. My brother Elijah is watching. I don't know. Who They said that because the children they always on the social. You don't know. You see what where we heading because of this continual protest going on in the country. Everyone now feels that the best way to settle matter is to protest. Who gave the children their idea of you people take the street, send the people like your kid, you're go on the street and go protest? I don't know. Did the administration advise the students? Because those were kids. Those were so kids. If you check the video, small children, some of them, even the little girl, they're even brave speaking to the mic, speaking to journalists, explaining when the administration was there. Then you allow the children to take the streets. Prevented this. Tell the children, well, yes, it is true that the people have locked jackets, but we don't want to see any of you. Hey, the instruction from administration, we don't want to see any child, any student in the street. What you have to do now is go home, we will settle this matter, and you can come to school, and we will communicate to you to come to school at a later date. But you allow the children to take the streets. You see what protest is, where protest is leading us to? Do you see? Even children now, school going kids, what do they know about protesting? Who taught them? Who gave them? Who encouraged them? Say, y'all go protest. Who encouraged the children? This is wrong. Every matter, there must be protest. This is wrong. We cannot have these things happening. Why would kids, little kids, take the street to go protest? What? For what reason? We agree that they too, they had to go to school. But the matter yesterday, it went out of hand when in my mind, the administration did not put the situation under control. The Liberia National Police had to go there. Imagine the children taking tires and benches, blocking roads. Small kids. Who gave them the authority? Where was the administration? Where were their teachers? Where was the principal? Okay, let's say the administration, they were having meetings with the owner of the property, but the teachers, you can't tell me it was the entire staff that were in meeting. Well, what were the teachers doing? You allowed the students, kids, not big. They say that University of Liberia, no, or maybe you said 12th graders, but elementary school, JWPSC, the children, you allow the kids to go and get on the street. They're blocking roads. We should not allow these things to be happening, man. This is wrong. We can't allow our kids. Look, if I had my brother or sister or my child in that school, I would have strongly warned that child. I don't ever want to see you. Don't even try it. Whatever happens, come home. Hey, I just want to say, come home. Leave from where you are. They lock the gate. Come home. I don't want to see you on the street. But parents, let me tell you, parents, some of you have your kids in school, in that school, whatever, or JWPSC, it could be any other school. Do not encourage your children to get involved into protest action. Do not encourage your children. This is not good. To the extent that they will even go and stay in the middle of the road, and then they say they are putting tires. So if the police are not going there, who knows what would have happened next to the tires? Because the children now know that when people protesting, they get block roads. So say we blocking road, put tire. Some people say, some of them will say, y'all go for fire, y'all go bring matches, y'all go bring gas. Who knows what they would have done with the tires yesterday? Parents, please caution your children. They should not get involved into any protest action. I thought when these things happening, look, when we were in school, when these kind of things going on, when there's an issue, we don't go protest. I can't remember when last, until I entered college, the last time I did, we did not get on the main road. It was Stella Maris, when Stella Maris Polytechnic started to increase tuition. And we got angry. Because some of us could not afford the amount of money that they wanted us to pay. But I can't ever imagine or remember me in high school cathedral. Go cathedral and go protest. All along. St. Edward Cathedral. No. Upper school in Logita. I did not protest. We didn't have these things called protest dictation all going around. Now you see the children are getting involved. And people are overlooking these things. Thanks to the police, thanks to Madam Cecilia Clark and her team yesterday for intervening. Who knows what the children would have done yesterday with that tire and things. Well, it's almost 9 o'clock. I will take my guess at 9. But I just thought to highlight this, and this is wrong. We must not encourage these things. I'll take few calls just on this matter, just few calls, and then I'll go to my guest in Great Cape Mount County, Siafa Manuba Jenny Card, my guest this morning. So the numbers now to call 0772 758 958, 0772 758 958, 086 393 184, 086 393 184 are the numbers. Yesterday, there was this protest action that went on, that took place on Johnson Street at the JWPSC High School when the entrance of the school was locked by the owner. And of course, we saw students, the children, you know, they took to the street, and then they too got agitated, and then they you know, started protesting. But this is wrong. In my mind, it is wrong, and we do not want this happening. I don't know, what do you have to say about this? What are your thoughts? We'll go to the lines to take your calls on 0772 758 958, 0772 758 958. I'm waiting my guest to come and of course get the link, and of course so that we can have a conversation. But you there, I'm here. We'll take calls. If you have, we take calls. Should we allow students, parents, you sat there, you look at your children, the administration sat there and the children took the street, they put tires and benches. Why, if they had you know, lighted the tires, what would have happened next? What would have happened next? Yeah, what would have happened next? Why, if those children have gone, like they've seen all on social media, you know, other people burning tires. Why, if they had done the same? Why, if they had done the same? Those are kids. We should not allow these things happening. You can't allow children to protest into the street and say they want to protest. For what reason? Even if somebody blocked the school entrance and they say you're not entering, you are kids. Go home. Go to your parents. Go to your parents and wait. Instead of you, taking to the street and say, where have you reached when it comes to protest? Can you stand these things? You kids, I will advise your children. Hey, parents, hold the ears of your children. Pull their ears. Talk to them. Advise them. Tell them not to get involved into any protest action. It is not good for them. It is not good for their future. They are still small. They have a long way to go. They have a brighter future ahead. This should not be happening. 0772 758 958, 0772 758 958. Josh, please come. 086 393 184, 086 184 are the numbers you can use. What do you make of this? What do you make of this? Yesterday, JWPSC, the children, they took to the streets, and of course, they took to the streets, and they carry on this protest action, and then it led to disruption of movements of traffic on yesterday. So just tell you, communicate with you right there. I'll send it just right here now. What he's supposed to do. Yeah. So what are your thoughts? You can also call us on WhatsApp +231 886 681198 +231 886 681198. Shafa Manuba Jenny Kai will join me at 9 as my guest this morning on the Kear Morning Show here on Kear Radio. He's in Grand Cape Mount County, a prominent son of Grand Cape Mount. He will join me, and we will talk more about B Mountain. We'll talk about the citizens of B Mountain, what they're into, the relationship, the talks, conversations that have been going on there. And so Safa will join me via stream here from Grand Cape Mount. And of course, we're going to have a wide range of discussion. So, +231-886-681198. That's the WhatsApp line. +231-886-681198. The local line 0772-758-958. 0772-758-958. 086-393-184. 086-393-184 are the numbers you can use to be a part of the conversation this morning here on Kear Radio, FM 95.9. All right. So I'm waiting now so far. So very soon my guest will join me in studio, and we're going to have a conversation here on this platform. But I'm just advising you, parents, do not allow your children. Vinicius Junior Bar, thank you so much. He says he's watching live. Thank you, Vinicius. Do not allow your children to get involved into anything called protest. Those of you who had your kids in high school yesterday, you saw them. I will advise you to caution them, set them down, advise them, tell them the danger of protest. Protest is not for kids. It's not for children. Protest is not for children. It is very dangerous. You all know what protest has done to our country. You know that. You know very well. What protest has done to Liberia, it has not solved any problem. The one thing protest has done in this country is carry us way back. It impedes development. Protest, it impedes development. For example, the University of Liberia, you see what happened in there. Every time there's a protest, classes will be disrupted. Those who are supposed to be in school will not be in school. If the UL, if the student base movement over there into some protest actions, and once they say it is for 3 months, that means a whole semester has been disrupted. A whole semester has been disrupted. Do not encourage your children to get involved into any protest action. Parents, advise our children, caution them, give them the advice that they should not get involved into any protest action. All right? So it's just a simple advice to you, parents. It is just a simple advice to you, parents. This is this is wrong. We should not allow our kids getting. I can't allow my child. My 2 beautiful daughters will not get involved in anything called protest. Oh no, no way, no way. So Safa Manuba Jenny Kai, a prominent son of Grand Cape Mount County, will shortly join me. We are trying to get to him now. Thanks to George Weah, my technician. He is doing everything so that we can get involved now. So we can get Jenny Kai live from King George on the show this morning. This is the Kear Morning Show on Kear Radio FM 95.9. We're going to have a lengthy conversation here surrounding, B Mountain, Great Cape Mount County as well. And of course, we say keep following the show, Kear Communications Network. We're live on Kear Communications Network, KEAR. And of course, follow us on Facebook. Invite others to follow the show as well. And of course, let's have our conversation here. So shortly, Safa joins me. I take this break. I take this short break, and of course, to be right back. Let me take this break to be right back here on the platform.
This is a basic Kear home health services. This is a home health agency. We send nurses and home health aides to patients' homes and take care of them, provide medical and non-medical services for them in their homes. So that's what we're doing. This is the office space where the high-end process is rendered.
Also the assisting admin at Amazing Kear. I've been with this company since 2014 when we were making nothing. And we were literally in the basement of our apartment. This is how growth have brought us this far. 2-bedroom apartment, and we were literally using the basement and the garage space to carry on this business. And because of growth, we moved here on 2019, and we've been here since 2019 doing this. And God has been so faithful along the way, and we're still going strong. You can see this is the office of Amazing Kear. We want to welcome the Kear Network in here.
Okay, so I can, of course, this show is proudly sponsored by Amazing Kear. Amazing Kear is a proud sponsor of the Kear Morning Show here on Kear Radio FM 95.9. Just so you know, Amazing Kear is in the USA, and it is one of Mr. Christopher Kear's company. It is one of Mr. Christopher Kear's companies there, providing home services to Liberians and Americans and other people there in the U.S. Your farm on about Jenica, like I told you. Good morning, Safa. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm just getting you. Good morning. A pleasant good morning to you, Jefferson, Weah, and a pleasant good morning to all of our.
Safa, how is Grand Cape Mount County? Specifically, where are you?
I am currently in Kinjor, Gola Konen, and electoral district number 2, Grand Cape County. Kinjor is relatively calm this morning, and Grand Cape County is all calm. Yeah.
Okay, King George is relatively calm, and Grand Cape Mount County is calm as well. All right, Safa, you've been in Cape Mount for some time now. So, firstly, let me begin with this. What's your current role and your position in King?
Well, again, for the public, those of our people listening via online and listening via their radio, again, I'm Siafa Manaba Jenica, a son of Grand Cape Mount County. And as well, before going into the question, I just want to announce that I have worked both in the private and public sector, where I work at the former St. David, now Mano. I also work at the Labrador Agency for Community Empowerment. Affairs, the National Bureau of Concession, the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. Lastly, my job was at the Capitol Building as Chief of Office Staff, the Electoral District number 3 representatives before my resignation, and then retiring by into Grand Cape County. So my role and my position here, I am an eminent son. I am a stakeholder here in Kinjo and Grand Cape County and Western Liberia in general. My role here is to make sure that the community is calm. My role is to make sure that the young people are not involved into violence. My role here is to make sure that we mitigate threats, that we threaten the lives and stability and the livelihood of our people, as well as threatening the investment that we all has been yearning for in Grand Cape County. So basically, we are here to make sure that the young people are educated and their pride should be channeled through the roundtable discussion. So we are here basically to make sure that there should be a continued dialogue. Our role is to make sure that continued dialogue should be a way out, and in making sure that whatever that the company deal the people of Great Cape County must be done, but it cannot be done in violence, because our generation name continue to be tarnished. Our generation are seen as people who are troublemakers. So our role is to make sure that the community remain calm, the generation of our people remain calm, and so that we can dive into the issue of making sure that the company work to benefit the people as well. The people too must have access and opportunity to the mine. I'm not getting you from here. Sorry, I'm not getting you from my side. So probably, yeah.
Are you getting me, Safa?
Yeah. Yes, you're live now from my end.
So I was asking just a little historicity about King George and B Mountain, the concession company.
Okay, thank you. The company first arrived here in 1997, and it was the head geologists. You know, at the time, the West African geologists formed themselves into a group, and so the team of geologists that arrived in King George arrived here in 1997, and it was headed by one Dr. Latte. He was the head geologist, and he was a Sevalunian. And we had two other geologists from Liberia that were also on the team when the company arrived here. At that time, the company was called Mando. When they arrived here at the time, it was one Mr. Steve Dober. He was also a geologist, a Liberian geologist, and became an acting country manager at for the company. And as well, we have Mr. Radford Satu was also a member of the geology team, team of Liberians. So when the company came here in 1997, here in Kinjo, but then we had Kinjo Lajo. So the company about Dr. Latte and two other Liberian journalists, like I said, two other Liberian geologists, like I said, Mr. Steve Dober, and as well, who became an acting country manager, and as well, Mr. Rashford Statu. So when the company came, it was Mano, later transitioned to African Oreo, you know, and from there it became the word Beer Mountain. There's a tree here in Liberia. There's a tree in Kulakone called the beer, and so because of the name of the tree, now it was linked to the mountain. So the name was called Beer Mountain. So Beer Mountain is the project, you know. Beer Mountain is the project, and so later on it began to expand to other companies, subcontracting companies. But again, Beer Mountain came here and relocated our people from Kinjolajo as affected communities. And so in the process, they were relocated The agreement was signed around 2012, 2013 when they had this agreement called the Resettlement Action Plan. And the Resettlement Action Plan consists of the two affected communities at the time, and those affected communities were or are Kinjo and Lajo. So they had repatriated, relocated them here to the place called Kinjo, and so this is where they are today. And this community, this land is owned by the Mavo and also the Golakone people called the Dablo clan. So the Dablo clan are the host parents to the people of Kinjo and Lajo. So when that happened, we understood that it became a win-win situation for the company as well, and as well for the people of Kinjo Lajo who were relocated. So it is a process where the people went through the regular process, the international standard, where you had the resettlement committee was also set up. The resettlement steering committee was also set up here. So basically, like I said, and I'm saying that Bear Mountain is just a little historic city, just to inform the general public on how Bear Mountain came here and what was some of the process that led to our people settling here in Kinjo here.
Okay, so with all of these being said, of the company coming into Kinjo, I don't know whether the town, the Kinjo town, specifically that community, has had a town chief. I mean, ever since, if the now that the company is there, if Kinjo has a town chief, I mean, tell us the latest update on his office relationship with the company, because you know there has been there also over the issue of town chief in Kinjo. So just tell us, the town has a town chief.
Yes, Kinjo has had a town chief for the first time in the history of this community. It has always been, because this community, though the thing about it, the Black people are very much concerned about having their own representation since they came here for the last 10 to 11 years. Those who have served as town chief here, the town chief is that person, he or she, who take over the matter of authority of the town, who make sure that the town is governed in accordance with laws. So, but then it has always been the stranger fathers, uh, upon whom they were settled here, because the Golos are the father of this land. They are the owner. We want to stress that it has never been about tribal, division or tribal sentiment. But again, there has always been a town chief given to rule the people of Kinjo. It hasn't been a vibe. It has not been a dweller of the community, because a dweller of the community feel the pinch. A dweller of the community understand what the community goes through, what the people goes through, because he or she lives there. So he or she will understand what exactly is supposed to be done in the interest of the people that are residing there. And just to inform you, the actual owners of King George here, aside from the landowners, are the yellow painters. They are called the resettlers, who came from King George Lajoso. They are made up of 325 household owners, and each of those individuals are having almost a 10 members in their family. So when you multiply that, you understand the number of people that are supposed to be living here. And then right now, because of the concession area, because of the way the company or the town is situated, and with the leverage and opportunity that Bear Mountain has given to the community, the town has approximately between 15 to 20,000 or 20,000 human beings residing here. So it has always been a total when individual from the clan, the Dablo clan, coming to take over as a town chief, he or she doesn't understand what the people go. So it has always been a continual violence and torture between the two. So they wanted their own leader. They wanted one of their own to lead them as a town chief. So under this leadership of Superintendent Fole Katamba, and along with others, including some of us as young people, and as well as other people who continue to be leading, like people like Honorable Kenneth Samola, people like Honorable Baka Jadi Soare, people like Imam Hashim Golapale, and the team era Honorable Billy, and all of that Honorable Yang, all of them decided that yes, indeed, it is good. It is appropriate for us to work on our own, to have our own township that can lead the people of Kunja. So that happens with our involvement in the young people. The issue of Momo Masale, Maurice Sherman, and Maurice Kazulu, and all of that, we all conglomerated into a one body, Katama and all of that. We all embedded ourselves into one, and we were able to lead the process where the people themselves got their leader for the first time, where you see all agencies responsible for mining, like in the case of the Ministry of Mines, we entered in that for the first time, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Ministry of Labor, and the National Bureau of Construction, all those responsible for the mining sector, all those agencies, and were also involved into the internal affairs, were also involved heavily into the setting up of that township and the induction. So it has been a very good working relationship since the young fellow took over. His name is Musa Masale, a very young man, one of us in our peer group as well, that is leading the town for the first time. So it has been a very good working relationship. He was able to establish a system where he have a cordial relationship, coexistence between the community and the company. So right now, I can safely tell you that the company is trending on a very good path with our involvement, making sure that peace reigns, so that the community can be able to benefit some of those projects that are supposed to be done, and some that has been done, some that haven't been done to be. So he opened the corridor where the communication channel is now between the management, because I have proposed to them and other young people that if we do not have a communication channel to be created between the leadership and the community and the company, some of those things will not be going on. So the company itself has been liaising with the current leadership of the township, and things are going on as smooth as we think it should be. So we want to thank the office of the township and as well the company for listening to the advice of some of us, and as well some of our stakeholders who are here as well. So the relationship is very calm. The cordial relationship, the communication is channeling now. The township for the first time can take phone and call the general manager, and the general manager will respond to him at any given time, including the deputy general manager, and as well the HR Honorable Jiple has also been very magnanimous in answering calls from the township and other stakeholders, including myself, Mr. Thompson Dablo, who is the HR superintendent, and all other managers. Now the lines are open. We have been able to create that the lines remain open to the people, so that it cannot create doubt, because the more doubts are created, the more it set the pace for anger, the more it set the pace for speculation. And when there's speculation, when there are speculations, you understand what's going to happen, and the community will not be at peace. So we have opened that. The township is working. They have asked me to serve as a consultant, as an eminent son, to be able to liaise with his office to give my own opinion and provide consultancy on how Kinjo can be a very stable community where the people can benefit the community and the company as well, in terms of stabilizing the movement of our people.
Good news. I'm happy that at least now that Kinjo has a township, and I was just about the relationship, the reception, how the people received him, how they are going about it, and you just answered that. But a few days ago, we heard about this tension also at Big Mountain. Some few days ago, can you tell us now? Just bring us up to date. What you know about this?
Few days ago, about 3, 4, 5 days ago, to be specific. If I'm not wrong in my calculation, is between 4, 5 days now since it took place. I stand to be corrected. But there was this, there has been the way in which Bear Mountain has placed the community. Priority has been given to Kinjo, because it is the first point of contact. Kinjo is the most affected community, because they were relocated according to the agreement between Bear Mountain and the people of Kinjo, because they were relocated like you have a son. When you give birth to a son, a son or a daughter, you are responsible for he or she to be fed, to go to school, to prepare them for the future. So in that agreement, King George is like a child born, giving birth to by the company. So all priorities and immunity are first given to King George. There are three affected parties, 3 or 4 affected parties, and the first affected parties to the mine and BMMC is the people of King George, because they are the direct breath of King George. They relocated them and they are responsible for them for other projects that will upkeep them for livelihood restoration. And there's also the second affected parties is the district. The third affected party is the county, and the fourth affected parties is the country. So in that light, there was some miscommunication. Like I said, communication has flowing. Communication has been flowing, but that day there was a breach in communication, and people saw it as a disrespect to the office of the chief, where the chief spoke with one of the managers that they wanted 12 of their citizens to go and discuss about the slot, because the slot is one of the major things that has been causing tension within the community. The slot is what we call the employment, and the community is the first point of contact in terms of employment, whether it is on skill, whether it is a semi skill, whether it is a full skill. Everything, the first priority is always given to the community. Now, if the community cannot provide, those educated and qualified sons and daughters, now the company will go above that. For example, let me give you just a quick example. For example, if you are from Monrovia or other parts of Liberia, you are a Liberian though, and I am from here in King George, and you and I there was to be a job vacancy announced by the company, and that job vacancy, you and I went into it, and then I was able to make 81, and you make 80. The company will prioritize me as an affected son who has 81, who were able to score 81, and you score 80. It doesn't mean you didn't pass, but the first priority will be given to me once I'm qualified and competent for the job. The priority will be given to the affected community. That is the policy. And so, but again, the job has been open to everybody, all Liberians, even in other foreign nationals. So the company were able to split the job facility into two. 70% go to the affected communities, and then 30% go to the company and the country. So, for example, the 30%, Diamante can hire any Liberians in her 30%. She can hire any foreign national in her 30%, the expert 30%. Now the 70% is divided now, has been divided into the various communities. That is, the first is King George. The second is the downstream. You learn that there were communities that were affected along the downstream where chemicals went, where you heard a face died. So Beer Mountain incorporated them as well as an affected communities. So they got portion into the job distribution as well. Then you got the Mavo who learned that the resettlers are all right now. They are also a party, an affected party, who as well get portion of that job, and as well as the clan, the Dablo clan, also have a portion of that 70%. So when the job came, there was some big information on the 70%. So it raised up a tension in the community. And the young people wanted to understand that, okay, if the job come and we are not understanding anything, we want to sit with the company. So in the process, there were a 10-man delegation that was communicated to the company. But then the company wanted to reduce that to a minimum number of 5 with their best. But then it became a misunderstanding, and it resulted into a sit-in, grievance. I don't call that a protest. A sit-in where company vehicles were blocked from going in, and the township and other people, including myself, we intervened, and we told our young people that yes, indeed, you are right. But we don't think that violence should be the way out. It is your constitutional right to protest. It is your constitutional right to sit in, to be able to speak out on those issues that is affecting you as a community, affecting you as a people. But we must do away with violence that will result into the loss of lives that we had in recent months or so, that will result into the destruction of properties. So we think that the only way out is for us to sit and amicably understand ourselves, to engage the issue amicably as to how we can resolve this issue, because cannot solve the issue. Violence cannot solve the problem. Even the 14 devastating war that fought in Liberia, we sat on a table in Accra, the Accra Peace Accord, and everything was handled. Everything was handled on the table. So we have suggested to the community, to our people and management, that there must be a continual coexistence. A communication channel must be open where the people can be able to express themselves, and we come into a dialogue wherein the community will benefit, the people will benefit, and as well the management benefit. Yeah. But that issue has been resolved.
Okay. And I mean, with all of these, you said, that the tension now, everything, has resolved, that the community has come to a stable. I want to ask this question because it's all about tension and what have you. But Big Mountain, the company is a BMC, is Big Mountain her promises to the people of King George, the social corporate responsibility that it owes the people when we talk about the issue of health, hospital, then we talk about quality education, employment, among other things. Is BMMC, Big Mountain, fulfilling her social corporate responsibility?
To answer that question, there was an agreement between BMMC, the Bear Mountain Mining Corporation, and the resettlers. That agreement is called RAP. In that agreement, there are a couple of projects that were listed during the time of the relocation of the people of Kinjo and Lajo. And some of those issues talk about electricity, some of those issues talk about school, quality education, the safe and adequate drinking water. And the issue of employment has been, the company has been living up to its own bargaining in terms of the employment issue. Is there everything roses? No. Has there been some breach in those in the availability or the implementation of some of the project? No. But have there been some way or somehow along the way that some of the project has been undertaken? Yes. But are they enough? No, they are not enough. So I can say to you safely, without prejudice, that the company needs to do more, and that is why we have been open to them that there should be a community engagement. There should be a stakeholder engagement where the community will begin to proffer some of those projects that has been overdue or long due, so that the company can be able to do some of these things. And second, to our last meeting I was fortunate to have been in that meeting, and they acknowledge that there are projects that she has not been able to undertake for the affected community. And the reason is that because there is a constant, violence, there's a constant instability, and just to inform you, it is causing a very serious economic hardship in Kinja, because even our businesses here are not running like before because of a growing tension, and the Turkish, the Zambians, and even the Liberians that are in the fence are not coming out to purchase. So the purchasing power has drastically reduced because of. So we have said to the community, though the company has not been doing these things over the period of time, but all we can do is to sit with them and begin to engage them that some of these things are overdue, and you need to do some of these things for the people, because if the company leaves tomorrow, what happens? We don't want it to happen in the case of Lamco. When the company leaves tomorrow, some level of benefits. Like the safe drinking water issue you just raised, there has been the tower has been constructed, but is the tower enough to supply over 14,000 human beings? We say no, but the tower has been constructed. It is nearing completion. So one of the proposals we made to management is that you must begin to decentralize, create an environment where create an irrigation system where you can be able to supply the communities, because there are 8 communities here. Create an irrigation system where you can supply a safe drinking water to the 8 communities, because you can't expect people to walk from distances to come to fetch water for maybe 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes. So the company itself has held word, and then according to them, they are working towards it to create an irrigation system where the people across Kenya can begin to have a free flow. And the issue of electricity as well, the company suggesting there were two suggestions. The community was suggesting that she wants the LEC to come in, and the company said we have an agreement. So if we can provide those machines to feed the community, it will be prudent. But again, the community is saying if you are providing that generator for us, then you must be able to feed them. You must be able to service them. So is everything rosy? No, everything is not rosy. But are there some other changes from the day the township came in? Yeah, there are other changes we can see. So we look forward to a smooth working relationship with a company where they can begin to benefit the community, so that the day the company, the day the goal has been depleted, there should be a level of benefit to our people. So we are saying to you the school issue, the township made a proposal, wrote a communication where the school must be extended. Even the technical and vocational school is now being used as a high school, and as well vocational courses are also being taught. Are they enough? No. The community is saying that you should be able to modernize it. So the company has also be able to talk with that as to see how best that they can be able to modernize the technical and vocational institution, as well as extend the junior high school to a more modern high school. The township was also magnanimous along with his code of officers. We were able to also suggest that there should be a playground, there should be a recreation center for our children while they are in school. So some of these things have been put into paper, and the community just reintroduced the stakeholder engagement, where they can now begin to sit and handle some of these things without the involvement of government, because the people see that they cannot wholly and solely depend on government. So the best thing they can do now is to have a friendly discussion, is to have a resolution and a more open engagement with company now, so that some of those things that the company have not been able to do, begin to do them.
Okay, thank you so much, Shafa. If you just tuned in, this is Kear Morning Show here on Kear Radio FM 95.9. And of course, my name is Jefferson Weah, and we have in studio via StreamYard a prominent son of Great County, specifically King George. His name is Siafa Manuba Jenica, and he's providing some information relates to the relationship with B Mountain and that of the people of King George. We talk about King George, whether King George now has a township. There has been this long torso, a very long time. Now that he has justified, said, oh yes, he made it clear that King George has a township. Also, the relationship with the people is BMC's living up to its social corporate responsibility. Yes, he said that the issue of schools and you know, providing water and other things to people of King George. Talking about it, B Mountain. According to him, everything is now rosy, but yes, BMC is living to some of its obligation. All right. So, Safa, but we sorry for the interruption. You know, the internet is not bad. This is, I mean, it's not that good. This is Namira. We apologize, but I know we're getting there. So, Safa, I want to ask you another question. We heard about, I mean, a community radio station to be built by the company, by B Mountain. How far now is that project? I mean, has it finished? Where are we with the community radio part that was constructed by BMMC, B Mountain?
You know, in one of our meetings, the community relation team, they was on the radio Kipman some months back, and I recommended, and I have shared that with the community as well, that Beer Mountain should now begin to have a corporate communication office. And the reason why they should have a corporate communication office is that because there are things that, to be honest, though Beer Mountain is not 100% doing what she should be doing, yeah, but there are a couple of good things that she has been doing across her concession area. But then the reason why I have said over and over, the issue of lack of communication it creates doubt, in the minds of the people. And if you have a corporate communication team, and that team is constantly constantly giving information to abreast the general public and the country and the world with information relative to progress made, I think there will be no tension, there will be no doubts, in the minds of our people. But when there are lack of communication, it creates doubts in the minds of the people. And when doubts are created, speculation comes in. And when speculation comes in, it results to violence, it results to uprising. And when it results to uprising, it affects the community, it affects the people, and it affects the operations of the mind of the company. So we are saying that the community radio station is very good, but that project is still on.
Okay.
Are you there?
And yeah, and how soon do we expect the radio station to open? When it has to, especially it has to do with the corporate communication office. How soon should we expect the station to be open that will inform the people of King George, especially in fact Great Cape Mount County, the happenings of B Mountain?
Okay, for example, the building has been completed already. The equipment are here, but then one of the things I would say, people like you, who are a veteran journalist or a young entrepreneur like you, who continues to push, we think if the company can listen to us, if the company can listen to our advice, we think that people like you can begin to take over this the radio station, because if the radio station is open, it creates a means where information will begin to flow, not just in King George, but as well to the affected communities. It will begin to flow to across Liberia, like the way Accelementa and other companies are doing, are carrying out. Because the more you create the system where the people needs to be involved, the people need to listen to what is happening around them, they need to understand what is happening. For example, you just pay over 450,000 to the Dablo clan. Who knows about that in Monrovia, right? Even the employment issues here in King John, are they all roses? No. But when the people begin to understand that the employment issues in King John is ongoing, and the community, wherever the community have issues, the community address these issues to you, we think it will be good enough to be able to allow the company itself to operate in a more free manner, in a more peaceful manner, in a more stable community. So the radio station opening will be very good for the community. I mean, it will be very good not just for the community but the company as well, because most often their corporate communication office and their community relation will use that platform to be able to provide opportunity and information to the general public, not just the affected communities, but as well to other counties and like Monserrato, Grand Bassa, Nimba, and so forth. The company has the ability to increase the wave of the radio station, where it can reach in almost 10 to 15 counties across Liberia. So if they do that, it will give the company the edge. The corporate communication will begin to provide more information to our people. They will begin to inform our people on the day-to-day activities, the day-to-day happening. And when these things are happening, they intend to put the community in a more suitable position to understand as to what conditions and what are those things that the communities are faced with, or what are those things that the company is faced with. Then it will create a line wherein the people themselves will begin to say, yes, Beer Mountain is working in the interest of the people. Well, when these things are not happening, it creates doubt. And when it creates doubt, it creates a looming corridor for protest and violence. Like few days ago, what brought about the tension? If people are being informed, abreast by the corporate communication office and as well the community relation team, we think that some of these things some of these remedy will be put into place. But again, we want to say thank you to the town chief, Honorable Musa Masale, and the chairman of the resettlement, action plan, the RAB chairman, Honorable Kenneth Samola, the spokesperson, Honorable Bakai Jadi Soare, who will call on this platform when your line has been open, or when your line is open, to provide further information as to how the relationship with the community and the company has been like. The issue of protest, we are not against protest because it is the fundamental right. What we are saying as young people, we cannot succeed, we cannot achieve those achievements, those projects, when we are in constant violence, when we are in constant disruption of the operations of even the community and the mind. So we think it is time that we engage more on the table to profit idea. It will be a situation of idea sharing. We will to agree to disagree, but the final analysis, what matters to us is that the community must be able to achieve, and as well the company must be able to achieve through her operations. So the community radio station, to just close up, is very good, and we look forward to the company hiring some of you to come and give a rebranding process to rebrand our community radio station, where we begin to understand the happenings around us, so that Bear Mountain information can begin to flow in our community, where it will not keep us in isolation, in doubt. So again, we say protest is very good, concerns are very good, but the issue of the violent aspect that will cause the destructions of lives, and I mean the loss of lives and the destructions of property, is what we will not encourage. And we have been telling our young people here that the roundtable discussion is the only way. Let's not begin to fight with our brains, let's not begin to fight with our intellect, to fight with our ideas, that will bring change, that will bring a positive change to our community. Yeah.
Okay, positive change to our community. Siafa Manova Jenikai there. Let's recognize a few of our followers, those following, leaving their comments on the show this morning. Marima Jallo says she's following. Friday, Average Mom says, I'm watching from King Joy. He says, I'm getting some facts about my employer through this media. I keep following. Odell says she's watching from EW Junction. She said, great job. Kamara is also following the show. Friday, everyone again. He says, are you not working as well? We all want a peaceful life in our county, and most people should benefit from BMC. The company doesn't need violence. The community should engage the company like your baby or my baby at home. Let's forget the hate. Again, I'm working too. Just a persuasive method for the betterment of our county. So that's it. We activate the lines now for those of you in the counties, and I'm going to give I will give two lines to the people in Grand Cape Mount County, especially for those in Grand Cape Mount, from King George, those who are following the happenings in King George. I gave you two lines for King George people, Cape Mount people. So if you are in King George, you're following the show now, you can call 0770 61 5238. For those of you in King George people, or let's say Cape Mount, because I want to talk to Cape Martinian, you can call 0770 61 5238. Or better still, you can call the Lone Star number 0886 130 723. These two numbers are for Cape Martinians. 0770 61 5238. 0770 61 5238. For those of you Those of you who are in Montserrat, you can plus 0772 758 958, our regular line, 0772 758 958, 086 68 393 184, 086 86 393 184 are the numbers you can use this morning to be a part of the conversation. Siafa Manoba Jenny Kai is my guest this morning. He joined me via stream. Yeah, he's in Kinjo. So I'm awaiting calls from people, from Kinjo people. Let me hear you, what you have to say. Siafa Manoba Jenny Kai has, said a lot. Morris Sherman says he's following closely Kenny. Israel boy, we are seeing my former boss. He says, thanks for the great job, brother. Thank you so much, Israel, also for following. The WhatsApp line, you can call plus 231 886 681198. Plus 231 886 681198. Those are the WhatsApp line. And the local lines, you can call 0772 758 958, 0772 758 958, 086 393 184, 086 393 184. You can check on the screen as well. The numbers are there already rolling. And of course, the people from King George, your numbers are 0770 615238, 0770 615238, 086 393 184, 086 393 184, 086 130 Those are the numbers. We go to the lines now to take calls. Oh wow! Let me check this again. Let me check this one. This line here is coming in broken. Yeah. So, well, you listen to Safar. He said the relationship with the people is cordial now. B Mountain is, according to him, living up to its responsibility. He talked about a community radio station that is under construction by the company, by the B Mountain Mining Company, and of course, it is nearing completion. He said that institution will be used to provide, information to of Cape Mount, the people of King George, the people of Golakone district, all right? And he also talked about employment that is ongoing already. And they talked about the town chief. King George now has a town chief. And so with all of these things, he has said, the conversations we've had, what are your thoughts? What do you make of this, the assertion by Safa? If you say the right thing, you hear. And let's hear you on the numbers that are on your screen. So while we await your calls and we await Safa to rejoin us, to come back, we will take this break again as Safa rejoins us here on the platform.
Our community not safe when it's come to the people area. The people not hear the people, they will people up when they rainfall. The water bring it to us. It will down the hole. Our well is polluted, so we really crying, calling upon the government to come on a rescue. To even get out here to go in the market, not easy for us. You will have to jump over 4 to 5 pot of people before you go to buy your food. When you come from buying your food, you cook, no way to eat. Because imagination to be
This is Amazing Kear Home Health Services. This is a home health agency. We send nurses and home health aides to patients' homes and take care of them, provide medical and non-medical services for them in their homes. So that's what we're doing. This is the office space where the the high-end process is rendered.
Also the assistant admin at Amazing Kear. I've been with this company since 2014 when we were making nothing. And we were literally in the basement of our apartment. This is how growth have brought us this far. 2-bedroom apartment, and we were literally using the basement and the garage space to carry on this business. And because of growth, we moved here on 2019, and we've been here since 2019 doing this. And God has been so faithful along the way, and we're still going strong. You can see this is the office of Amazing Kear. We want to welcome the Kear Network in here.
This is Amazing Kear Home Health Services. This is a home health agency. We send nurses and home health aides to patients' homes and take care of them, provide medical and non-medical services for them in their homes. So that's what we're doing. This is the office space where the high-end process is rendered.
Also the assistant admin at Amazing Kear. I've been with this company since 2014 when we were making nothing. And we were literally in the basement of our apartment. This is how growth have brought us this far. 2-bedroom apartment, and we were literally using the basement and the garage space to carry on this business. And because of growth, we moved here on 2019, and we've been here since 2019 doing this. And God has been so faithful along the way, and we're still going strong. You can see this is the office.
Okay, let's hear you. Siafa has said a lot of things. What do you have to say?
First, let me commend our girl, Siafa, is you for the brilliant discussion. And I just want to give this as an advice to our brothers, the youth, the Kinjo, that we will not continue in power or to in Kinjo. I think one of the best ways to achieve our benefit in Kinjo by round table discussion, understand you, and acknowledge you as well as will make the contract understand
Thank you so much. 0772-758-958, 0772-758-958, 086-393-184, 086-393-184, and of course, the numbers for Kinjo people. Your number is, or your numbers are 0770-615238, 0770-615238, 086-130-723, 086-130-723, only for people from Kinjo. If you're not from Kinjo, don't call that number. But those of you in town, you can call 0772-758-958, 0772-758-958. We go to the line and take this person. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. Yanino, where you call from?
My name is Mamote. I do call from Kear.
From Kinjo. Let's hear you, ma'am.
Yeah, so that's the community here.
Wow.
So the thing that for the crop you do, when you walk around to see the crop at night, less population.
So it means that
All we can do as a community or as the interest of the European now, we need to pursue this goal and talk to them that our own daily are full. We need to pursue daily load. That's what our shoe in their shoe.
okay.
How things are. That's how the way though for our daily and now we put our job in Georgia. People are from here who want job for 3 years. If they just if you want to get your job. If the year won't find you in the community, right? Or the year, I'm a year around.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have for the woman, what do you expect?
Mm.
You expect that people are going to find like this, so I'm not going to find. People are going to put out here, who are going to put up on it. Do the deal, what you put on. But not the deal for themselves.
So in other words, okay. Mm. Okay. Okay, man. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Thank you so much. 08668 1198 as the WhatsApp line, and of course the local lines are 0886130723, and I want to talk to people from King George specifically, and of course 086130723, 086130723. The Lone Star, that's it. Then the orange number is 07706152338, 07706152338. Those of you in town, you can 0772758958, 0772 758-958 are the numbers you can use to be a part of the conversation this morning. The Kear Morning Show is our Kear Radio, and we've had in studio Siafa Manaba Jenikai. He said a lot about the company's operation in Big Mountain, and you listen to some of the chorus they are saying indeed. And while it is true, I've been also following the issue of Big Mountain. I went there. The protest and everything that led to the death of 3 persons. But the residents now, people in the community are now saying that, well, it is time that they put aside their differences according to them and just work together as team. The late quarter who just dropped the line said the action, according to all the actions of, some citizens, especially when it comes to this protest and thing, it is causing some serious problems to businesses in the community. Causing people not coming out, businesses not moving. So we're here, and we take a few more calls. If we can get calls, Shafa will come back and wrap up on the platform this morning. 0772758958. So Shafa will come and wrap up if we can get Safar, and then we just call it a day here on the show this morning. This is the Kear Morning Show. It is on Kear Radio 95.9. So let me go to the line and take this question. Good evening. Good morning.
My name is
After that, you call from King John. Welcome. I'm okay. Let's hear you.
Possession now. Companies all
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Let me go back and take this person. Good morning. Oh, he left the line. This person try to come in. Let me go to this line and see if I can get this person through. The two lines are active. They're open now. 086 130 723 and of course chorus. Let's hear you this morning. I mean, talking to people from King John. Let me go to the Monserrado line and take this person here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir. Let me know where you come from.
Patrick calling from the system. Yeah, my attention has been drawn to the Kear Foundation raised a topic point this morning.
Okay.
And my attention has been drawn to it. And I think I remember I applied for a scholarship for my children. And I don't know if there's attractive jobs that are set for all requirements that are set that there should be a school limit that over because as our history, we have seen a name, we have previous for digital and bank. So if you ask that we apply for scholarship, we will not come with different schools with the intention that maybe the foundation would not be able to say. So if the foundation can come up and say, this is our limit from below this, this is what we are saying, but if we see this,
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, and I wish the CEO will address that. Hope. Okay. 0772 758 958 0772 758 958. The line from King George 086 130 723 086 130 723 077061 5238. Monserrado line is 077 58 958 086 393184. The WhatsApp line is plus 231 886 681198. That's the WhatsApp line plus 231 886 681198. That's the WhatsApp line you can use to join the conversation this morning on the Kear Morning Show. And of course, let me go back to this King John line and see if I can get this person through. Oh, we lost you there. Well, Sapphire, if you're there, you can rejoin so that we can wrap up. Sapphire, I don't know whether you get to me. You can.
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Okay. Okay. Welcome back, Sapphire. You listen to your callers. Some of in fact, all the callers are just exactly the points you raised. They are calling for peace. They are calling for. They're saying that it is time that because of the previous protests had led to it has resulted to the loss of 3 lives. So now that what is happening now also it is scaring those from the company to come out and socialize and build this relationship with the people. Businesses, it is impeding businesses in the area as well.
Yeah, you see, Jeff, we will see as to how we can be able to communicate as a community. To see as to whether some of you can come here and provide your expertise within the communication sector, especially with the radio station here. Because I know from where you have come, I know from many of those radio stations and online platform that you have control or continue to control, where you have thousands of followers and they believe in you, and that is why the Kear Communication Management was able to give you or provide for you a morning show because they understand the idea you come with. Look, let me say this: we are not against any protests against Weah Mountain. No, don't get us wrong. What I am saying that there has been protests and instability and violence against the company for so long, and that hasn't resulted into anything. It hasn't been able to give those benefits, those projects that the community needs, or that the agreement was signed between the RAP and the company. Those benefits have not been able to come. Now, all I'm saying is that to our young people, we have protested so long, we have lost life. There is currently a 38 counts document before the executive, before the legislature, both houses. What have they done? It has been over 8 months that the government is yet to answer to the cry of the people. I have come on ground. I have sat with our people that we have done so. We have agitated, we have advocated, we have protested, and those projects have not yield fruit. We are yet to see the benefit of, or the outcome of these protests. What do we do? I suggest, as a son of King George, as a son of Great Cape Mount County, as a Liberian, that we must now redirect our path to a more unique roundtable stakeholder discussion where we can proffer those ideas. We argue, we disagree to agree to disagree. On the final, the ideas that we push is what matters. Sometimes your parent can bore you. Sometimes your parent can refuse to pay your school fee. But sometimes when you set your father down and make him to understand those benefits that are supposed to reach to you, when he educate you, the benefit that will come to the family, when he educate you, the benefit that he as a father will reap. Those cars you will buy for him, those houses you will build for him, those luxurious life that he will live after you shall have become educated and successful, then the father will go back to the cupboard and say, oh yes. So we are saying to our people that we are not against the protest. When these things happen, we must be able to listen to our leaders. We must be able to sit on the round table. Government has not been able to look into the interest of the people. What do we do? Should we keep protesting? I have suggested no. Let us sit on the round table. Let us sit with the company and begin to talk to them more unique, in a more civilized manner, in a more academic and intellectual manner. We intellectualize the debate where you need to benefit me, I must be benefited. When these things happen, company will see reason. They have seen reason because they have not been pushed by government, and they are in front of us. We are the community. We are their hosts. And I have said, Jeff, that the community is the security to the mind. The community itself is the actual security. It is not the PSU. It is not the AFL. It is not the ERU. It is not the immigration. The security is the people. We are the actual security of the mind. We own the project. We own the investment. What can we do to benefit from the investment? What can we do what idea can we bring on the table to be able to neutralize the violence, to be able to put aside our differences and work as a team to succeed? Now, let us open a radio station. That's one. Let us have a corporate communication office. That's two. Let us begin to have the community being represented on the mind, where they can begin to sit and share ideas with the talkage, with those that own the mind, to begin to benefit our people. Let us open an avenue where the community can begin to reap that the economic benefit, the economic stagnation that is stagnating our people can begin to boom. Now you cannot find nobody buying shops nowadays. The clothes are just hanging here. The doors is taking over, right? The rest are in the stores. They are not buying. Why? Because the purchasing power is low, because the community has been declared as an insecure community. We do not have those that have clubs are not operating and functioning anymore like before. They are not raising revenue, right? So we are saying when the community is free of violence, the other foreign national and even our Liberians that are in the fence will begin to come outside to socialize, and it will open up the economic gap. It will now increase the purchasing power, and it will benefit not just the community but our people. And let our people begin to go to work. Those qualified sons and daughters of the soil must be given an opportunity to work, to sit with management and plan these things on how the community can benefit. So these are things that we have brought to the table, and that is why the leadership, the RAP leadership, the resettlement action plan, those yellow painters, led by Honorable Kenneth Samola, Honorable Kenneth, Lasana K. Samola, where you have Momo Masale, alias Ibu, where you have Imam Hashim Golafale, where you have Honorable Bakai Jadi Soare, where you have even the Tanchi Musa Masale, and those and daughters, Morris Sherman, Morris Kazulu, and Thompson. We all are young people. We must now begin to benefit from the soil. How do we benefit? We cannot benefit when we are on the war front. No, we can't keep fighting. We need to come on the table to sit with management and say, look, these are things we want you to do. Now, other whatever 38 can we have, low management, can you begin the first 5? Can you engage the first 5? After that first 5 is done, can we go back to another 5? Gradually like that, then we are beginning to solve our own host problem. And we are solving it as we are solving the problems. The law and the burden on the community is being uplifted. The more you send our young people on the mind to work, the more it relieve a burden, because our young people are jobless. They are not in power. So as soon as small thing happen, they will get involved to cause violence and instability. So we are saying, you all blow our young people to the mind, let them go to work. We have been talking to them. They will not cause trouble on the mind, but you gave them the opportunity as a relief for the community as well. So these are the suggestions that we have brought on the table. But again, we look forward to the company opening a radio station where we can profit idea to bring some of you in. Don't care, the Kear communication will kind of be, shocked, but we want some of you as young people to come so that the ideas of information can be disseminated. Another beer matter is not doing some good. They are doing some good, to be honest with you, but those good are not being proffered to the public, so the public don't know. It create that speculation, and when it create the doubt, speculation comes in, it raises eyebrow to bring tension. So we are saying, open a radio station, have a corporate communication office to be able to reach out. Before I close, if you were to take a record of the month, right, an order or young person, you take 2 or 3, you say, this is the work of the month for Bear Mountain, and face a billboard and have the people soon on a very big billboard where it go across the affected community, even in Monrovia. You know what it does to the community? You know what it does to the workers? It re-energizes them. Some of those lapses in terms of salary disparity, let us begin to work on it. So we are saying, we want the company to work. We want the mind to function. But equally so, we want the people to benefit. How do they benefit? Is when we sit on round table to discuss these things and have a remedy.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Safa. And we hope that you will come in person someday to sit so that we can have a lengthy conversation on this whole Bee Mountain issue.
Thank you so much as we continue to push for our brothers so that they can get into the system. And we look forward to sharing our thoughts with management, wherein our young people in Kinjor can go to work, and some of you professional young people that Liberia is looking up to come and help us with the communication area, whether it is at the radio station, whether it's serving as a manager, whether serving in the corporate communication department. You need to come. You need to join the other professional Liberians that are here, to begin to boom. Beer Mountain is not just for Cape Mountaineers. Beer Mountain is for all Liberians. We want to stress that the VAR people, there's no point in time that the VAR people will ever encourage tribal war or tribal disagreement. No. Here, the Golas and the VAR are one people. It is on the land of the Gola people that our parents sat today and opened Kinjor. So we will not embrace any other division in our country. So we all are one here. Kinjor, you have the 16 tribes and other nationals that are here. We are living peaceful. That is why you see priority is given to the community. So we look forward to Beer Mountain of a very smooth interaction, and the lines of communication has been open. We want to thank the leadership of the town, the township, Honorable Musa Masale, his court of office, chairman, Honorable Lasana K. Sambola, and Honorable Jelly, Honorable Jadi Soare, and the rest of the other team, Hima Hassin Golafale, the team of Elder Francis Billy, and all of whom I will not call their name, and Mr. Ibu and Morris, and all of us. let us begin to rejoin forces to be able to positively engage management, wherein the company itself can be at peace, can be stable to operate. Because as long as the company operate, the more benefit, the more recruitment that the community will have, and the more recruitment that Liberians will get to go and work. So I want to say thank you for the opportunity. I look forward to coming to time in the very soonest possible time to sit on a platform where we can share ideas and thoughts on how within Bear Mountain we can engage each other in the more civilized, civilized environment, in a more intellectualized terrain, where we can disagree to agree, agree to disagree, to understand ourselves. God bless you so much. God bless Bear Mountain, Liberia, and God bless the people of King John and Grand Cape Mount County.
Thank you so much. Safa Manaba Jenikai. They're closing us up this morning on the Kear Morning Show. Thanks to all of you for watching. Thanks to Musa Masale. He's also calling for calm. Use your intellect and ideas to engage constructively. Momo Masale, thanks to all of you. Morris Sherman. My name has been Jefferson Perry Weah, and I'll be back here on tomorrow morning with another fascinating edition of the Kear Morning Show. Until then, thanks to you in Radio Land. I'm out.